Hello, boys. And I guess Merry Christmas. Today is 23rd at the time of recording this video. And I did finish one game and 100% completed it as well. I've done pretty much everything. And that game is Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. It's a great game, not flawless, but definitely a great game. Let me grab the review. I do not have that much to say though this time around compared to what I say about Kunitagami, but it's still a really worthy game to experience. I think it's an 8 out of 10 game. I did play the game on Xbox Game Pass, especially on Xbox Series S, and I have to say, what a great Christmas gift. It will be an incredible game if not for its gameplay shortcomings and some annoying bugs in the last major area of the game. Unfortunately, there's a couple of things that maybe won't be fixed with a single patch, but at least the bugs, I hope they get fixed up. I put the trailer on the background while I'm talking about it. You've probably read elsewhere about the AI of the game, or maybe you've heard others talk about the level design of the game, and I don't think I'll repeat much of that here. AI is something very few companies really work on when it comes to implementing behaviors. In fact, a pre-scripted system with various patterns and reactions is the norm, because it's the easiest way to go. The problem is that this game doesn't even have that. You can fool every enemy by climbing stairs, crouching in a very visible corner, or killing guard right next to another one. It's super disappointing in that aspect. Plus, you can even be creative because there are very few tools to experiment with, and of course the level design doesn't help. It's extensively cool but has little involvement in combat. Shit, they need to go down.
Hier liegt einer!
Con calma!
Schlag ihn K.O.
Bye. This is mine. Suck it up. So, what's good about the level design, you might ask? Each area, the largest ones, is designed for exploration, not combat. What sets Indiana Jones apart from Uncharted and Tomb Raider is that it's a game focused solely and exclusively on exploration, spiced up with immersive elements which you will usually find in RPGs or games with multiple pathways. This isn't about survival or taking out half the world in search of a relic. There's much less action and everything feels more deliberate. The puzzles don't involve risks, and most traps are before you reach the puzzle, not after. And just like in the movies, the villain of the moment is always there to take advantage of the situation. When it comes to following the main story, there's not much mystery. It's when you start exploring along the way to your objective that the game shines. A note leading you to a Nazi chest, a hidden room where some fascists are fighting, a wall that visibly hides something, a mystery to chase after finding a clue. And if you're not into exploring environments, collecting things, or wandering around, I recommend trying a different game, because even with the poor AI, there's not much else in terms of gameplay. Coming from the same team behind the modern Wolfenstein games, it's surprising how bad the gunplay is. A clean headshot doesn't kill an enemy, not even after 2 shots in the same spot. Let us sink in. Then there's the hand-to-hand combat. It's amusing at first, staying faithful to the movies, but the problem is that it doesn't evolve. It doesn't even change slightly a little bit. Once again, this isn't a game that stands out for its combat. Curiously, even within the exploration, there aren't many tools or mechanics like you'll find in a Zelda, let's say. This is where the immersive elements come into play. la...
Pan comido.
Vaya te digo, pan comidísimo. ¿Los he cargado todos? Amazing. Yeah. Change. You're exploring the world as if it were a Dishonored or Bioshock, with the major difference being that this game prioritizes adventure and discovery. Unfortunately, it doesn't reach the excellence of those titles, but it's equally detailed in terms of visual diversity, and even though it's inspired by real-world locations. Hello. What? Aside from that, and the bugs you might encounter in the last big area of the game, some very annoying, like repeating dialogues and script that fail to trigger, forcing you to backtrack, and most likely even close the game, backtrack to a different save state. There's some polish that needed in that area. Are you fucking kidding me?
Se acabó lo de sobornar, boss.
Thank you. God damn it. This is probably the year's biggest surprise. Maybe it's because I didn't expect anything, and the trailers bored me to death. But once I had the controller in hand, it turned out to be an original and highly enjoyable experience. Possibly hard to find in today's gaming landscape. There's no experimentation like in many games, no goal beyond following a story, which by the way I haven't mentioned yet, but it's a very worthy story that feels like it belongs in the movies. Not just because of the mastery that captivates Indiana, but also the numerous scenes that seem taken straight from the films, both action and humorous ones. This isn't just about exploring for the sake of exploring or discovering a new world. It's a hard to describe and hard to sell game, but for those who love an adventure, it's a very unique title. I hope it gets a sequel, and yep, that is my review. And I hope to find more games like this in the upcoming year, which is going to start in a week or so. So yeah, is my review, and I'll see you on the next one. Merry Christmas, and probably, well, actually, there's one more review that I probably will do, which is about Flintlock, but it won't be this week. Actually, it will be this week. Yeah, it will be. No, it won't be this week. It'll be the next week, because I need to prepare a couple of things as well. So yeah, ciao, and I'll see you soon. ¡Vamos!
Búscame cuando acabe todo. Podríamos cenar en un sitio elegante.
Me gustaría.